Alright, hi ladies and gentlemen. Epic the Musical. Yes, I like it. It's good. It's so nice. It's so good, Gucci. Yeah, no, we're here I'm personally here because I like this thing. This thing is cool. This thing is awesome. And the creator is a very beautiful man. His name is Jorge. And we love Jorge on this channel. And we're basically here to give a tier list to Epic the Musical. Well, so far. It's not done yet. It's not done. But I personally just wanted to do it because, like, I'm very passionate about this. And one of the new sagas came out. It's called the Wisdom Saga. If you haven't, check it out. If you don't know what Epic is, why are you watching this video? Okay, let me not be too rude. Long story short, if you want to know what Epic is, it's basically a musical on the Odyssey. There's this dude called Odysseus, and he keeps getting nay-nayed on by the gods, and he kind of nay-nays on himself. Also, his crew is like, they're like Among Us. But yeah. We're just here to rate the songs that Jorge made of the Odyssey. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you which ones I like, which ones I dislike. I'm gonna get into more details about them. I know the start of this video was very just all over the place, but don't worry. My thoughts are here. And if you want to know how I'm rating these, I'm essentially going to be rating these just basically essentially like on everything like I can personally just like think of. Like if the song has like a good like meaning to it, if the song basically is like if it's just overall like a good bop. The ratings are essentially from Epic to D. I think D is probably like the lowest because like I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of these songs are just like really good. There aren't really like any like songs in Epic I could personally just like say belong lower than D, because like again, a lot of good songs we got here, which I will be showing you guys right now. Yeah, enjoy the video. I love you.
Alright, my brothers, listen closely.
Alright, so the first song, The Horse and the Infant. Okay, I'm just gonna immediately just like slap this one in Epic tier. I think this is a great song, and it basically does a good idea of like telling you like, hey, this is what Epic is about. This is the type of story you're getting yourself into. Like, it is a great introduction song, and I love Odysseus basically being like, seeing him basically as like a commander, basically commanding all of his men, telling them what they gotta do essentially so they can win this war.
What I say and you'll see them again. Yes, sir. Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the guards. Menelaus will let our mates through the gates to take the whole city at large.
Also, this leads to like another thing that I saw that I personally really like. I do love how Jorge basically like interacts with the community. Like if they make like funny little like edits or such when it comes to his songs.
Little Ajax will stay back.
I'm sorry, what? Little Ajax will stay back. Stay back? What do you mean stay back? Guys, I can help. I can fight. I'm the Prince of Locris, for crying out loud. Nestor, secure Helen and protect her. Are you even listening to me? Hello? Nymphs, avenge your father killed the brothers of Hector. This is because I'm lesser Ajax, isn't it? Unbelievable. You know, greater Ajax wasn't even that cool. He wasn't a demigod.
It's so funny.
He wasn't even 1/4. He was 1/8. 1/8 god, Zeus's great grandson. That's barely anything. Right, well, you know what? I'm out of here.
Oh man, I love it.
Also, I may possibly try to also add in like whenever like Jorge would maybe like have like a video explaining a bit more about the song in question that I'm ranking, just like so you guys could probably like have like a better idea of the song. And I feel like it would just be nice to just like, for anybody for some reason who came to this video and are not too fully like sure of like mainly like what Epic is about, I feel like Jorge would do like a good job like explaining some more stuff about this and it when the songs that I'm gonna be rating. So here's a little thing from him. Yeah.
So the first half of the song follows Odysseus as he gives orders to his fellow comrades right before the siege of Troy, where they jump out of the Trojan horse. And what's really cool about this moment is that while the music is establishing a couple motifs, it's also gradually getting bigger and bigger until the moment they actually jump out of the Trojan horse. And it's at that moment that we understand that this is a musical of large proportions and epic scale. Now, onto the musical language of the show. What's really cool about this song is that the first half establishes what kind of music we can expect when we're dealing with mortals, whereas the second half, which is when Zeus comes in, establishes the kind of music to expect when we're dealing with the divine and with the godlike and with the magical. The first half is heavily reliant on orchestral music, and on top of that, Odysseus is communicating using one of the purest forms of music, spoken rhythm. However, when Zeus comes in, it's the first electronic synth that we hear in the show. Listen to how the style of the music changes as Zeus enters. This alone tells us that the music will get more electronic when we're dealing with deities. And finally, the themes of the show. In the first half of the song, we learn that the most important things to Odysseus are his wife Penelope and his son Telemachus. However, in the second half of the song, Zeus presents a situation that puts both of those in danger. Without getting too into it, because I want you guys to hear it for yourselves, Odysseus has to choose whether to let someone live when that same person is prophesied to kill him and his family in the far future. And we can hear that conflict between him and Zeus, as well as a mix between orchestral and electronic elements, in this section of the music. And so within the first song, we learn that epic is about difficult choices. It's about the lengths that we'll go to protect what's ours and to protect what we care about.
And one last thing before further getting deeper into this, I needed to say one more thing. The community for Epic is mwah. Like one of the few communities I actually just like really like, especially like seeing like some of like the dumb and silly like clips, TikToks, the animations, all of them. It's just nice. Like the Epic community is like one of like, it's like a community I can genuinely just like say I genuinely just like and appreciate. I haven't heard anything weird. I haven't heard anything disturbing, which is a good thing. But that's just the last thing I wanted to get off my chest before getting fully more into the tier list. I love the Epic community. It's so good. It's so nice. Okay, next up, the next song we have after The Horse and the Infant is Just a Man.
I'm just a man who's trying to go home, even after all the years away from what I've known. I'm just a man.
This is another S tier. This is another epic tier. I'm just gonna slap it right there. This song is perfect, beautiful. I could ask for honestly a better song after Horse and the Infant. It really like shows us like even though deep down, like even though we see Odysseus like as like this strategic war general, deep down he's just somebody who just wants to go home to see his wife and his kid. At the same time also showing us what he's willing to do to be able to finally get to be able to finally see his family, how far is he's willing to really go. Next up, we have Full Speed Ahead.
Polities gear up. You and I'll go ahead. You and I'll go ahead. We should try to find a way no one ends up dead. We don't know what's ahead. Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Full Speed Ahead is a pretty good one. I would give it I'd give it like a basic A tier. It's a nice song. I pretty much do like how everything like it sets up. Like Epic is mainly about this like whole like journey that Odysseus is essentially going to be having with his 600 men with his 600 men basically trying to get back all the way to Ithaca. Honestly, it's just the Troy Saga in general is just like a good arc to essentially just like give you like the idea of like, hey, what Epic is going to be about and what the journey is essentially going to be like going through basically the whole musical, which I think is good. The Troy arc in and of itself is a very good introduction arc. Like it's really good. It's really good. It does a good job at setting up the characters that were going to be around as well, giving you a good idea about what they are like personality wise. And other than that though, here's a little clip as well from Jorge, a little fun fact of him, like when he was actually working on Full Speed Ahead.
I try very hard to make the music of Epic as intentional as I can, but occasionally there are moments that happen by chance. There's a moment in one of the earlier songs that came about by accident. In the first draft of Full Speed Ahead, I wanted a moment where Odysseus sang the lines "Full Speed Ahead" differently than how he was singing it before. I wasn't set on a specific melody, and so I was just recording different vocal melodies in hopes that I'd like one. Full speed ahead, full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Now, when I'm recording vocal lines, I usually have to mute a lot of tracks, whether they're instrumental or vocal. And so once when I was trying to unmute a lot of instrumental tracks, I accidentally unmuted all of those vocal tracks. And the result is now one of my favorite moments in Full Speed Ahead. Full speed ahead. Now that moment is sung by Odysseus and the soldiers. Full speed ahead. Anyways, I know I talk a lot about the intentionality behind a lot of the aspects in Epic, but I think sometimes it's fun to celebrate some of the accidents too.
So yeah, overall, a good song. The next one we're up on is Open Arms.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. You can relax, my friend.
Open arms, open arms. Yeah, I'm just gonna be real. This is just another ass. Yeah, you can just get up there, buddy. Go on. There you go. This song is great. I love Polites. He is a literal treat. I do love how they basically kind of in Epic, they give him like a more like a bigger, I wouldn't say it's more bigger, but like more of an important role to Odysseus in Epic, because in the actual book, Polites doesn't really he doesn't really have much of what he has going on in Epic, which I really appreciate. Also, I just love the music in this song and just the vibe of it. It's like a very like catchy tune that I could always just like see myself coming back to and re-listening to. I love how the main thing with the song is just, it's literally just Polites just trying to tell Odysseus, hey man, calm down. Everything's gonna be okay.
I need to tell you guys about Steven's audition for Polites, which is, let me be clear, my favorite audition for anything ever. And so I reached out to him and I said, hey Steven, would you be interested in auditioning for Polites in Epic the Musical? And less than 20 seconds later, I received a response. Immediately, yes, yes. 5 minutes later, I've never auditioned for anything though. He joins the Zoom meeting and we're like, hi Steven, he's like, hi. And he shows up to an informal audition in this long sleeved button down shirt.
More dressed than he like is
like
now.
So we're like, hi Steven, how are you? I'm well. So he's super formal, we're like, that's great. Where are you right now? And usually that question means, where are you based? I am in my bedroom. However, my mother is downstairs, and we agreed that she wouldn't make any noise for 30 minutes, so you have nothing to worry about. So we're like, that's great, Steven.
Okay. So good. Thank you. Thank you. We needed that information.
Where are you based? Ah, yes, New York. I think I need to stand up for this just to show. I kid you not, he did this. I love you, by the way.
I love you too.
You can relax, my friend. Huh? I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend. I'm fine, Polites. And he keeps this going until the end of the song, the best part, he goes, greet the world with open arms, greet the world with open arms, welcome. And that's when we lost it.
Yeah.
Alright, so the last one we got is Warrior of the Mind. Also, just a real quick, something I realized when I was editing this video. This might take a bit longer than I thought it would originally. So, this video is just mainly going to be the Troy saga, but if for some reason somebody wants me to continue this tier list, just like and subscribe, and if it seems like there is an interest of me just continuing rating the epic songs, I'll do the Cyclops saga next, or maybe I still might do it either way, because this series kind of has me in a chokehold. I don't think.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You you first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest, I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest, you are Athena. Badass in the arena, unmatched, witty, and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
Alright, rating wise of Warrior of the Mind, I'm putting Warrior of Mind in C. The reason why I'm putting it in C is because out of like all the other songs I've heard from the Troy Saga so far, Warrior of the Mind, just for me, it doesn't really, I'm just not too fond of the song. And again, Warrior of the Mind isn't a bad song. Like, I think it's a good song. I think it's a good introduction song as well, telling us basically like what Athena's about, what she expects from Odysseus, what she is to Odysseus. I think it does a great job at all of these things. It's just personally the song to me, like, it isn't really something I could really say personally like I would go back to like re-listen to like some of the other ones I've heard in Troy so far. It's just an alright and good song with Epic. It's just a good sounding song, but it's not something I could just genuinely see myself going back to re-listening to. And like when listening to it, it's just like, oh, okay, it's a nice song. It gets the point across, and I don't think it's bad. But at the same time, it hasn't had me like on my seat, or like had me, or gave me the feels like in which the other songs of the Troy Saga so far have given me. So that's why I'm just going to put it in C. It's not a bad song. It's genuinely not a bad song. Just for me personally, just not one of my favorites from the Troy Saga. But yeah, this is the list so far, and this is what we got. If you guys enjoy, I already said what you had to do if you wanted to see more of this. But yeah, here is my tier list for the Troy Saga. Like and subscribe. I love you. Bye bye.